Welcome to the Arian Helm Show. My name is Arian Helm. I am your hostess with the mostest. And let's get right on into it. Let's start off with chatty time. I have some really interesting topics to talk with you all about. And so let's dive right on into it. So this past weekend was the Grammys. Congrats to all of the winners and the nominees that participated in the Grammys 2019. I personally did not see the show, but Twitter is the show. Basically, I kept up with everything on Twitter. I myself personally don't support the Grammys, but I will watch, small little clips on Twitter, or I will congratulate the artists that do win or the artists that are nominees. I just personally don't feel the need to tune in. But my girl Cardi B wins the Best Rap Album, making her the first woman to win this category, and that is big. I love Cardi's success. Like, everyone is causing a frenzy on Twitter because it wasn't Nicki Minaj who got the title, it was Cardi. And people are saying that, oh, Cardi isn't deserving, Cardi doesn't write her bars, Cardi doesn't do this. And I feel like, why are we knocking somebody else's hustle? Like, Cardi has worked very hard to get where she went. Like, this girl went from slanging on the pole to Love and Hip Hop to the Grammys. And not only to winning a Grammy, Cardi killed the stage. I also seen that clip on Twitter. I was like, girl, yes, Cardi. Like, I think Cardi is very deserving of that award. I feel like she worked her butt off. Even when she was explaining to y'all why she does deserve it, she was telling us how she wasn't pregnant in the studio, wasn't sleeping nights. And I just think that that's very important because sis is a hard worker. Like, people are always like, oh, she didn't write her bars, but she worked hard for where she got. She just wasn't giving it, it wasn't just like, oh, here you go. Like, she had to work for it. Whether she writes those bars or not, she still worked for it, and we are always going to give credit where it's due. Our good sis Ariana Grande was shading our good sis Cardi because she won the award over Mac Miller for Best Rap Album. Now, let me say this and let me say it clear. Let's talk about it. I honestly and genuinely feel that a lot of people are rooting for Mac because he is dead. Rest in peace to him. I scroll down my Twitter feed and I'm like, where did all these Mac Miller fans come from? And when I tell you they be riding, they're like the Beehive. Like, the Mac Miller fans are like the Beehive. I'm like, where were y'all before? Because I didn't even know Mac Miller was still dropping albums because nobody was posting it on their Snapchat, their Twitter, their Instagram. But I feel like now that he's dead, and honestly, this is the truth. When you die, people recognize your work and people appreciate your work more. And I mean, although he is dead, I don't think that he was more deserving of that rap album than Cardi was. And that's that on that. I'm not going to get into it because I don't want any Mac Miller fans coming at me. I told y'all they like the Beehive now. They are riding for Mr. Mac Miller, and rest in peace to him. But congrats to Cardi. She deserved that award. So yes, there was people like Ariana Grande that were, kind of throwing shade at our good sis Cardi, but there was also Lil' Kim, there was Iggy Azalea, and there was Remy Ma, who also congratulated Cardi, which is great because I love to see other women uplifting others in the industry. I feel like we're always trying to compare and, put two women against each other, and it's nice to see that other women are just uplifting her. So with that being said, people were also commenting that these artists, Iggy, Lil' Kim, and Remy Ma, were just giving congratulations to Cardi because it was, they don't like Nicki. Now, while that might be true, I also feel that it was very genuine. Remy Ma gives me genuine vibes. Iggy gives me genuine vibes. Now, Lil' Kim, I honestly and truly don't believe that they did those shout outs and they congratulated her just so that it could be shady. Now, I do think they were trying to like, oh, it wasn't like a shady thing. It was like, oh, we look who got it first. So BT then jumped into the mix as well, and they caused some controversy as well. Now, I'm gonna put the tweet right here, and I want y'all to, let's talk about this, okay? Because BT, you are wrong. They mentioned that Nicki Minaj is being dragged by her lace front while they were congratulating Cardi. Like, BT, no, you don't do that. We already don't watch your award shows. And so that caused Nicki Minaj and Young Money, they withdrew their performances and their appearances at the BET Awards, as they should, which I think is extremely disrespectful of BET to even write that, let alone tweet it. Like, why would you think that that was okay? I feel like there's a Nicki hate train going on right now. I mean, yes, I personally do believe that Nicki Minaj does play the victim in certain situations, but it's never okay to just sit there and hate on sis. Like, you know, sis made our child. Itty Bitty Piggy is phenomenal. That there is no reason why we should be ganging up on Nicki. Like, what did she do that was so bad? I grew up watching Nicki Minaj on the BET Awards shows. I grew up watching Nicki Minaj going and sweep all the female rappers. She was always best female rappers for years. And if we're being completely honest here at the Arian Helms show, who is BET to even say something like you're getting dragged by your lace friend? Y'all have been getting dragged by y'all's lace friend, by VH1, MTV. Should I go on? Because no one, who's checking for BET? Are you checking for BET? I haven't watched BET in forever, and BET used to be it. Y'all remember BET Uncut, 106 in Park, all of that, and now look at BET. Trash. So the next topic for chatty time is Gucci. And I'm not talking Gucci Mane. Gucci, y'all are out of line. Y'all are out of line. Gucci put out this turtleneck, and basically it was like an all-black turtleneck, and it went up to the lips, and the lips were covered around red, and it was like a space for your lips. Who is wearing this? Know what? You know what? It don't even matter who is wearing it. Who okayed it? You know what? It ain't even gonna ask that. Because you know what? They all okayed it. Every single person in that boardroom okayed it. You know why? Because they don't want us to wear their clothing. So you know what? We won't wear Gucci. We won't wear none of that. You know, I just think it's very appalling that y'all would even think that that's okay. And the only reason why these big designers, they keep doing these things like Prada and Gucci, they keep doing these absurd acts, is because they know that we're going to continue to buy them. We lead the sales in Gucci and Prada. The white folks don't. We do. Can't even afford it, but we buying Gucci. We buying it. But you know who won't be buying Gucci? Mimi, okay? Because that is just very disrespectful. And I know that they have done different things in the past, but honestly, it's time for black people as a whole. We just need to boycott Gucci. And so then Gucci, they released a statement saying, we're sorry, we didn't know, we're trying to be diverse and equality. No, you knew what was going on. You knew. And you know what? Whoever is the CEO of Gucci, I need to look up who the person is. Let's talk about it. I want you here on the Arian Helms show. Let's go ahead and talk about your design. And you know what? When the Gucci CEO, when he come on the Arian Helms show, I want him to wear that on the Arian Helms show. Now, sir, what would even possess you to even think that that was okay? As someone who has spent money at Gucci. You know, I like Gucci. I like Gucci perfume. I like Gucci purses. Like, I'm appalled. They knew what they were doing. They knew it was wrong. They did not care because it was black people. Do they do this to other races? They literally only do this so that we can stop wearing their products. So celebrities have also tuned in to boycott Gucci as well. Big names like T.I., T-Pain, and, you know, Soulja Boy, aka Big Draco. He has also petitioned to stop wearing Gucci. And, you know, that's big. I love that celebrities are starting to take a stand, because I feel like in our community especially, it takes celebrities first to do something, and then we as people follow. Say, for instance, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Diddy said they won't stop wearing Gucci. Do you know that people will literally stop wearing Gucci? I, myself, would stop wearing Gucci. Even if this backlash didn't stop, they was like, stop wearing Gucci. I'd be like, okay, cool. Period. Next topic that I want to discuss for you all is NFL player, Los Angeles Charger, Jahil Ade, and fiance Lindsey Nelson decided to make a video on Instagram, on their Instagram story, and they were basically cheering. They said, cheers to more light-skinned kids. Now, sis, Lisa, okay, is her name Lisa? Her name is Lindsay, but Lisa, I'm gonna call her Lisa because sis is very disrespectful. Now, Miss Lisa, I'm not really shocked by your actions, because I know that a lot of white women, they have kids with black men because they know that they think their babies are going to be beautiful, or, you know, it wouldn't be the first time I've heard a white woman say, oh, I want to have kids by a black man because I want my kids to be beautiful. Oh, I love black babies. I've even had a manager at my old job tell me, oh, yes, I just love black babies because they're so beautiful. Now, what in the world makes you think that that is even appropriate to say, let alone post on your Instagram story, and you know that your husband is an NFL player, but you know what? He's not going to get in trouble for it because you know what? It's the society that we live in. I think it's very weird, the obsession that other races and even black people have with having light-skinned kids or having mixed babies. Like, I literally don't know how to feel about someone saying, oh, I want more light-skinned kids. Okay, so what if your kids turn out brown? Do you not love them? Do they not get as much attention as Jaden and Aiden? Let's talk about it. I honestly feel that statements like these are just fueled off of self-hate. You don't love yourself, and if y'all see Jahil, matter of fact, I'm posting a picture right here. You don't love yourself. When I seen him, I was like, wow, he's beautiful. Like, he's a fine looking brother. So I'm like, okay, now why wouldn't you want kids that are your skin tone? Like, he's beautiful. Like, when I first saw, I was like, oh, look at all that chocolate. And then I seen Lisa, and I was like, you know what was also so unsettling as well about the video? It was other interracial couples sitting there, cheers to light-skinned babies. Oh my God, cheers. No. I feel like a lot of people get stuck on this light skin, dark skin, middle skin, brown skin. We are all black. Either you want a black baby or you don't, okay? Because it's not always true that when a black person and a white person comes together, they're going to make a light-skinned baby. That baby might be brown skin. That baby might be the same color as Jahil, okay, Lisa? So you better watch what you say and how you say it, Lisa. And today, my first official guest is Mr. Kenny Raccs. How are you doing today?
What it is, how y'all doing, man? Make sure y'all subscribe, check in. It's gonna go down, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so where are you from? Like, where you grow up at?
I'm from Beaumont, Texas. I'm from the north side of Beaumont, Texas. Shout out my boy Nigel. He at this whole doing big things from the city.
Beaumont, Texas. You know, I've been to Beaumont once, and I did not like it.
Man.
It was a little country for me, but you know, it's straight, I guess.
Yeah, man, it ain't nothing to do out there but get in trouble, so.
True.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we gotta make it out.
That's loud. So who would you say is your biggest musical influences?
For sure, Wayne.
Lil Wayne?
For sure, yeah.
What's your favorite thing about Wayne? Like, what set him apart from everybody else?
Shit, probably the way he play with his words. I mean, people just be saying anything on the beat. Just, if it's a live beat nowadays, that hoe gonna go off the song. You know what I'm saying? But he actually, like, put time in his lyrics. I don't even know if he put time in his lyrics, but shit, it seemed like.
The top 3 artists that you listen to right now?
My top 3?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I would say Young Boy, but I don't know. I've been trying to listen to new artists. I listen to a lot more underground artists, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like to keep it G. I'll probably say, well, Melly go hard, for sure.
YNW Melly?
Yeah.
Only thing I've heard from him is Murder on My Mind. I need to tap into some more of his music.
I remember my boy Juice had put me on. It was a song called Medium Fries.
Medium
that shit
Fries.
funny. That shit funny.
He seemed like a little goofy. Is he like for real with his music, or he like a, you know?
I don't know. I just like artists who like creative. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I try to do with my music. Like I don't come on every like song the same. Like you ain't gonna never know what I'm gonna be dropping. That's why people be tuning in. But I just feel like I don't know. They play a big role in like your artistry. Like once you get predictable, that's when you see niggas fade out or whatever. People get tired. Look at Migos. Everybody ain't talking about Migos no more.
Actually, they ain't even been the hot topic at all. Actually,
exactly.
When I think about it, would you sign to a record label?
Nah, it'll probably have to be on. Well, I would, but it would have to be on some I don't know like 50-50 type shit. Like I have to have like rights to my music and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So how do you feel about like artists that are getting trapped into these contracts and they complaining on Twitter and whatever else?
It's their fault because they ain't read it.
Well, I mean, they throw that money at these artists and then they're like, you know, it's kind of like, ooh, I want to sign.
Ain't shit in this world free.
I feel that.
So if they throw their money at you, shit, it's some type of catch. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you don't see it now, you're going to see it later.
Thanks. So how do you balance school? I know you're a Texas State student. How do you balance school and music?
And that shit really hard, but like... The crazy part about my music is shit, like, most of my shit really freestyle. Like, I just walk in that hole and just freestyle. Like, my boy Sam know, like, one time we knocked out, like, probably, like, 6-7 songs in an hour.
An hour?
In an hour
oh,
session.
My.
Yeah, like, for real, though. Just off the head type shit.
That's wild.
Yeah, but sometimes I spend, like, a little time on it, but Not really. No.
Most of the time, you just get in there and just go like off the dome, or you
just go. I go off the dome, or like I'll start some shit off like with a little chorus, and shit just fill in the blanks or whatever.
So everything, all of your music is mostly freestyling, or do you mostly write your lyrics as well?
Like damn near almost every song you done heard from me got somewhere I'm freestyling in there.
That's talent. You see, I freestyle too, but you know I might not be making it to Apple Music or anything.
Nah, no.
How did you go about making Why They Envy?
Shit, my boy Ben James, he had sent me like, he was just started making beats. He sent me like about 10, 15 beats. I was like, fuck it. Like that was like really one of my, Why They Envy was like my first project. Like that whole sold like 70K on Apple. Of course I ain't touched none of that shit, but not that much. Probably about 700, 800. They be penny pinching, but shit.
No, yeah. But it's still live. Like that's still great that you got your music out there and got that exposure.
That helped put me on like around here, you know what I'm saying? But that's like, if you go listen to that and the shit that I got coming now, and the shit I've been dropping, you can just tell like it's heating up. For real.
No, yeah, you've grown as an artist.
Yeah,
so why did you decide to make it into a sequel? Why They Envy 1.5?
Shit, I really don't know. I was probably faded. It's like fuck it. I want to drop some more music. Oh nah. I take that back. Why They Envy 2 supposed to be coming, but man, that hoe just, I don't know, that hoe in the vault. That hoe in the vault. I got literally about 60 songs unreleased.
So when we gonna get the next one? Let's say March.
The next. Why They Envy 2?
EP or something like
I got Kenny Hardaway coming.
Kenny Hardaway?
Kenny Hardaway. That hoe gonna be played.
Okay, so which album that you made, or EP or mixtape that you made, would be your favorite out of Why They Envy 1.5, I'm sorry, and Clear as Mud?
I don't know, that Clear as Mud go off.
Yeah. I
fuck with that Clear as Mud. A lot of that shit was on impulse too. Like I said, I freestyled that shit. I remember I found out my boy Trey went to jail. I went to the studio the same day. I was like, fuck it. Gotta make Chain Gang. That's probably one of my hottest songs. When I performed that hoe, it go crazy for real. That's
loud. So what would be your dream music festival or concert that you would love to perform at?
I'd probably say, that Rolling Loud. That Rolling Loud a big ass show. You know
Have you been to Rolling Loud before?
I've been to one of them. I was at the one where Uzi jumped off that shit.
Oh, I ain't never been, so I don't even know.
That whole go crazy. It's like on some raging ass shit. Like I don't know.
Like some Travis Scott, they be mosh pitting and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm ready for that feeling. Shit, I deserve that hoe for real.
That's loud. So, what is one accomplishment you want to achieve by the end of 2019 in your music career? My music career,
I just want to be on by people not doing what I'm doing just off the head, bro. It take people.
Not in San Marcos.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, really not know. I done been everywhere. I done been in 3 different states. You know what I'm saying? I lived in Colorado. Shit, took over there. You know what I'm saying? Back home, people fucking with me. On my hill, people fucking with me. That's just talent. It's not like I just got like group of niggas that fucking with my shit just because they know me. You know what I'm saying?
So when you go to these other states, you said you lived in Colorado and then in Beaumont, do you network with other artists, like local artists, when you go there and do features, or?
I mean, I try to, but niggas, like, they too big headed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stick to myself.
Y'all gotta use each other to come up though. Like, I don't even understand that.
I be trying to explain that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear it's kind of getting that way the way niggas working with each other. Just think about it. I got 2K fans. You got 3K fans. We do a song together. That's 5. We both got 5 now. You know what I'm saying? The next nigga or the next. So you just gotta grow together. People be trying to keep each other down, thinking that that's gonna make them look better. But
I've noticed that. I'm from Dallas Fort Worth area, and I've noticed that the Austin's like music scene, they're like kind of like Atlanta, like they're like very like tapped in together. I'm like, dang, that's live.
And the crazy part is once one person blow, everybody. Gonna blow. It's gonna be crazy.
No, yeah. So what is the biggest crowd that you performed for?
I'd probably say when I opened up for Hood Rich, that bitch was live.
How was that? Tell me about that.
Yeah, that was live. It was like really like one of my first time performing. It's like this whole year I've been doing a whole bunch of performances. But like at that point in my little rap career or whatever, I was like 2-3 shows in. So like I was kinda nervous, but I really wasn't. Like I was
So
just
how do
letting
you
the beat.
deal with that before the shows, like that nerve?
Bitch. I be hot a bitch. I ain't gonna count. Like, I just be faded. I be in my zone. You know what I'm saying?
So can you tell us about your performances? I know that you said you have several a week.
Yeah, I be performing every Monday and Tuesday. You can really catch me at Love Go in Austin or Swan's Dive. I be at the open mics every Tuesday too at Scratch House. So pull up. You gonna for sure get a show. Like, that's some real shit.
How do you feel about these new artists and them lying about, driving Porsches and the fake jewelry and all of that?
Man, that rap cap is dead. That shit dead. Niggas be capping for no reason. Really to impress hoes and shit, but hoes gonna leave you once they see you really ain't living like that. No. You know what I'm saying? Unless she a down bitch. Them same hoes they trying to impress. But I don't know. People be wearing fake chains or whatever.
Do you feel like it's like to fit in, like, to fit into the industry, because that's what the industry is basically, because even the Gucci's and the Young Thugs, they talk about this stuff, and a lot of them don't even live their rap, so you think it's just,
It's just, that they want to feel like they that like they it, you know what I'm saying? But that don't really mean nothing. If you really look at, like, the richest people and how they live, like, you wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't know at all. They ain't got no chain, they don't have no Porsches. At least they're not driving it everywhere, flexing.
For sure though. They be real capping. Like, I seen the dude tell me, like, he spent like $1,000 on a bubble chain. I be seeing the ads on Instagram, $69.99. Like, come on, little bro. You know what I'm saying? I just be letting them have that little fun. I ain't gonna hate on nobody shine,
Facts. But I mean, I feel like it's something that needs to be addressed in, like, hip hop culture.
It's got to stop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got it. But I mean, what else would people rap about if they're not rapping about? It would actually take talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would actually have to show that you have talent, and that's instead of just rapping. I can start rapping about the fake jewelry and everything like that. Actually, females are. Yeah, females get on that.
Yeah, females, hey.
They be getting on the,
they on it.
wave too.
I don't really know why niggas want to do that. I just feel like if you ain't got it, you shouldn't talk about it. Hey. You should just be there more motivated to go get it if you want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts. So how did you get into rapping? How did you first decide that I want to be a rapper? I want to get into the game.
Man, so like, all right, look, I had a bro named Red. He used to always be rapping. I would go to the studio, never lay nothing down. Just, hype my niggas up. I would always freestyle to my brothers though. My boy Gary and my boy Carnell. They'd be like, man, I'm tired of hearing you freestyle this shit. Go lay it down. So I was playing football, but then when I got hurt, I was like, shit, fuck it. Need something else to, occupy that time. Yeah. But when I started going in with the rap shit, I started getting, like, a lot of good feedback. So I was like, fuck it, I'm finna stick with it. And, like, when I do something, like, I'm really gonna do it. So I just started, I ain't looked back since I really hit the flow, you know what I'm saying?
That's live. So how did you get your name, Kenny Raccs?
Man, nigga really used to stay with that chick on me. That ain't gonna flex though, you know what I'm saying?
Is it just something that came to you?
Just something slight.
Kenny your first name or?
Nah, that ain't even my real name. It's just like a family name.
I ain't even gonna get into government names on the Aryan Helm Show. We ain't gonna get into that.
Interview for murder right now.
No, not here on this show. But I want to thank you for being my first guest. It was a pleasure having you on the show. I want to thank you. Anytime you want to come back, please call me. Let me know.
For sure, appreciate that. Yeah, it been live. Make sure y'all subscribe though.
Yes, and make sure y'all check out his Instagram, his Twitter. I'm going to link all of that down here at the bottom. And y'all go check out his YouTube as well. You're streaming on what platforms? Everything. So that means you got Spotify, Apple Music, what else?
Even Tidal, goddamn.
Tidal, okay? Show love to black people, Jay-Z and B. But I want to thank you for coming on the show, and I wish you the best with your career. So today on Know Your Rights, we are going to talk about walking down the street and what to do if a police officer or a law enforcement officer approaches you. In this scenario, in this situation, if you're just walking down the street, say for instance you're minding your business and an officer approaches you. Now you can say, I do not want to talk to you. They're asking you questions and if you're feeling uneasy about the situation, ask them, are you free to go? If they say yes, go about your business calmly and walk away calmly. Do not run. Do not run, y'all. Please don't run. Please do not run. I'm not saying that there's a consequences for running if they say you can go, but I'm just saying that it wouldn't be the best decision to make in those type of situations. You know, as young black people, we have to realize and, you know, establish that we do not have the upper hand always, especially not in the legal system, as y'all may know. Now, if you ask the officer, am I free to go, but he says no, but you are not under arrest. There's a difference between being detained and there's a difference between being arrested. Detained is when an officer has reasonable suspicion that you are a threat to society. As a result to an officer telling you that you are not free to go, but you are not under arrest, they will most likely pat you down. Now, during a pat down, it's just literally a pat down of your outerwear to see if you have anything on you or if you are a threat, you are uneasy. And now, if they search more than you, then you can say, I do not consent to a search. They keep searching anyways. Do not physically resist them. I hate to say things like this in our society because there are videos out there and proof that you can literally just be a noodle, not moving to nothing at all, and police will still use an unreasonable amount of force on you. Police can shoot you. Police will kill you. Like, we have seen it with our own eyes. So I will say, do not physically resist them. We don't want to give these officers any type of reason to arrest you, to pull a trigger, or any of that. So we want to just basically be compliant with them, as compliant as you can be. That is my best advice for you. If it goes further than the pat down, just be as compliant as you can be. Give them your name, because in some states, you can't get arrested just from not giving them your name, which is, y'all know how the rules go. So give them your name, be compliant as you can, and the most important thing would be to get you a lawyer. Now, if they do arrest you and they decide that you are displaying some reasonable suspicion or anything of that nature, first thing you do, don't tell them anything. They're going to read you your Miranda rights, and you literally tell them, I want a lawyer. If it goes further than that pat down, and it goes to the point where they're asking your name, give them your name, be as compliant as you can. And I'm speaking to young black people when I say this. We as a people have to learn that we have to be compliant. We can't talk noise and, and do the extra because there are some police officers that are looking for a reason. Now, all police officers are good police officers. We know that. By any means am I saying that all police officers are bad? I definitely don't believe that, because I've been in some situations where I have seen the good in police officers. Now, however, there are a lot of sheep that are hiding as wolves out there. And we as young people, we need to understand that you just need to be as calm about the situation as possible. So the most important thing is just being compliant and being as calm as you can in the situation with the officer, because the more calm you are with the officer, if you loud and rowdy with the officer, they're going to get loud and rowdy with you. So keep your composure, keep your calm, because they're not going to be expecting you to keep your calm. They're going to be expecting you to be belligerent and whatnot. Keep your calm. So for Not Rich But Wealthy, I'm going to be talking about saving for the next few episodes. In order to build wealth, you definitely have to save first. That is the first thing that you have to do, is budgeting and saving your money. That's how you're going to acquire this wealth. So budgeting will be the first step in your saving process. You need to have an outline. Okay, what do I spend my most money on that is not substantial to my life? What do I spend my money on that is not a necessity? I'm talking, hair, makeup, eyelashes, everything that I spend money on that I just necessarily don't have to spend my money on. After researching and seeing what's a good way to save money, I came across the 50-30-20 method. It's 50% essentials, so it's budgeting your housing, your utilities, your transportation, your food, basically anything that you need. These are things that you can't live without. You can't live without your house. You can't live without your car. You can't live without eating. You can't live without gas, and budgeting that into your expenses as well. So that 50% is just basically you saying, okay, these are the things I need. Half of my check, the 50% is going to these things, let alone. The 30% is discretionary money. Your cell phone bill, your dinners out, your vacations, anything extra that you want to spend your money on, you have 30% of it to spend on. Now, the other 20% is your savings. That is what you are putting away. That is something that you are not touching. I say you want to do these budgets at least the first of the month, or honestly depends on your paycheck. Everyone gets paid differently. Some people get paid once a month. Some people get paid every week. Some people get paid twice a month. It literally just depends. You have to make a budget to meet your needs. So when you get to the first of the month, say for instance, I'm trying to make a budget for March. So March 1st, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to calculate my checks. I'm going to calculate my bills. So that 50% went to those bills. Now, since 30% payment is for discretionary money, like your cell phone bill, your cable, your dinners out, your entertainment. But a lot of those things can be cut out. So then the rest of that check is just going to go to your savings. I hope that y'all like the 50-30-20 method. Let me know what y'all think in the comments on how y'all feel about that method. And if any of you are looking forward to savings and trying to build a savings, please let me know what works best for you. And if you are going to try out the 50-30-20 method, please let me know how it is going. So the next segment is going to be signed to bring real music back records, and my first artist is Durand Bernarr. And Durand Bernarr is well known in the music industry. He should be on the level of Chris Brown, and he should be among the greats, because when I tell you this young man is singing, he's singing like wow. I personally think he is the best male vocalist that we have out right now. And Mr. Durand Bernarr is very plugged in. He is a background singer for Erykah Badu, and he has been seen on YouTube. He has music on Apple Music. He also has been to a lot of Steve Mackey's Taco Tuesdays. So that is actually how I found out about him, is through Taco Tuesday, which has a lot of great artists. So y'all should check that out. So congratulations is in order for Mr. Durand Bernarr. You are the first person to be signed to Bring Real Music Back records.
You reveal what is truth is.
Sang Duran. I'm just sitting all on sis. I'm sorry, sis.
Let's have a toast to the good life. Suicide places to
Oh, sing.
Big homie better grow up. Me and my boys about to struggle.
Okay.
I see them bobbers in the corner. They're sneaking out the back door.
Give it to us. Yes, you better sing. Yes.
I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry. Oh,
see, I told y'all he wasn't playing no games. Like when I tell y'all, I'm about to show y'all some people who are singing, not singing, singing. Duran, I almost threw my shoe at this camera, but I can afford to pay for it, okay? And I almost billed you, okay? So I'm going to link all of his socials and his Instagram and his YouTube as well underneath this video so that you all can go check him out. He is great. He has some great music. I believe he has an EP on Apple Music, so y'all go check that out. And that is all for the Arian Helms Show. I want to thank you all for tuning in with me. We had a wonderful first show today. I want to thank Kenny Raccs for stopping into the Arian Helms Show. And like always, please like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that. And I will see you all next week. And y'all have a blessed week. Bye.